We're continuing our discussion about our First Amendment rights. Hanna Olson experienced censorship firsthand when she published an article on sexual harassment in her high school newspaper. She told us the administration canceled a journalism class and replaced the newspaper's faculty advisor. I would think that most high school students would just accept moves like that by the administration, but you didn't. Why not?
I never imagined that my high school newspaper would be censored. I think I took for granted that we had this ability to publish stories that were controversial and about stigmatized topics. But overall, I think my motivation for taking this action was because I want to ensure that the Oracle, my school newspaper, is able to publish stories that matter and stories that are important to our community in the long run without this fear that something bad will happen if they continue with these stories.
So you turn to the SPLC, the Student Press Law Center. Northeastern University student Pratika Katiyar is a board member at the SPLC. How did the SPLC help Hanna fight the censorship at her school?
The Student Press Law Center provided legal review whenever possible and also referred Hanna to attorneys within the attorney referral network that SPLC has and was able to use its legal resources to help Hanna and her peers fight this issue.
In addition to the attorney referral network, hotline, and student guide, what are other ways the SPLC helps?
We also have pre-publication review. If you're unsure whether your publication is legally sound, Student Press Law Center can help with that. And we also have advocacy and event efforts to kind of have more grassroots movement around this First Amendment issue.
Hanna, you actually sued the school. How did your battle with the school's administration end up?
It's still in process. I guess the fight is not over for any of the students in my class when it comes to ensuring long-term stability for our publication. But we've gotten a lot of support from our community. But there is still definitely work to be done, and I still hope to see us accomplish our goal, which is to get our advisor reinstated and to ensure long-term stability of the Mountain View High School Oracle.
What advice do you have for other student journalists who may be dealing with similar First Amendment freedoms and censorship issues?
My advice to them would be to not back down. Similar to Hanna, I think your rights are so important and so crucial. Student journalism in general is such a pinnacle of democracy. We are the present and the future of journalism, and that's not to be taken lightly. So if you feel like you're facing censorship issues with maybe being hesitant to cover certain issues, you should reach out to the Student Press Law Center. We have lots of resources, as I mentioned, and also look into advocacy efforts in your state.
I agree. I think we need to not back down, even though it's really scary getting confronted by people in positions of authority. It's very daunting when you hear, your principal, your administration telling you that you shouldn't be publishing something when you know you can and should because it's a story that matters. So I really encourage student journalists to persevere and also be aware of the resources at their disposal while also educating themselves about the New Voices laws and the ed codes in their states so that they can ensure that they're fully informed and educated about what they can and should publish.
All good points. And we're going to talk more about the New Voices law in an upcoming report. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.